Hi guys, welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing today? So today is a little bit of a little get ready with me, but like playing with makeup. So I'm excited about this. I know you probably can't tell, but I'm very excited about this. When I got my palette, a little Profusion palette, I just got so tickled. I'm love of Profusion if you don't know. But all that being said, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to have a little bit of fun today. I know it's a little late, kind of almost hitting 4:30ish right now in the afternoon. I woke up a little late, I know, but it's one of those days. It's been one of those weeks. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so as I said in my really weird intro, I know, I'm sorry. I'm still kind of waking up a little bit. I bought a palette on Amazon, and it's sort of an old like palette. I don't know if you guys have this or not, but I wanted to try it. It's been on my Amazon feed for a while, and I always tend to skip it, and I'm like, I don't need that right now. I love my Profusion, but I'll wait a little while. You know how it gets with certain things you really want to get sometimes, and you just kind of have to budget out. Even if it's a good price, you still got to wager, like, I need gas money, or do I need this palette? I need gas money, do I need a palette? So I've been buying little bit things here and there, but still on a budget, because I am on a budget. I can't buy a lot of makeup all the time, but for things that I really wanted, I just, you know, sometimes you have to wait, and it'll give you like a discount on Amazon. I'm good for those Amazon little coupon things that they give you. Always keep around on Amazon. I'm like your Amazon girl source. Whatever you need, I'm going to look for Amazon first, okay? So, I don't know if you guys have this palette. I was torn between with one that I already had, a Profusion palette. So, I wanted to do, what I had in mind was this palette, the Violet kind of Profusion palette. And this has really pretty colors, and it's very summery. I don't know if you guys have this or not. I was torn between doing something with this, because I know I always do neutral tones with you guys, but I love that. That's like my comfort place. But I don't mind doing some color, and I wanted to do some kind of summer, like using palettes that I have, like summer looks that you can use. And I still may do that before we completely hit fall. So other than that, I feel like you might see this one in an upcoming one, but I'm so in the midst with just moving right now and packing up stuff. I do have, really quick, I do have a hard candy blush, that two of them that I have, but I packed them away. I think I saw one of them that came really close, but I didn't want to use it today. But I have two of those blushes I am going to try with you guys. It's just going to be a little bit later. So, but I could not contain myself with this. I don't know if you guys ever have seen this before. This is a Profusion palette. This is the Hollywood palette. This has 24 color eyeshadow palette with full-size professional brush. I keep seeing this on my Amazon feed, and I'm like, this looks really pretty, and it looks maybe something that I have, but these are like the smoky tones. Like, these are cool tones, and I don't know if you guys like those. I mean, I'm definitely a warm tone person, but I like cool tones as well. But I like matte looks. I like a little bit of shimmers, little metallics. I'm just a big fan of those. So let's see what we can create. Alright, sorry about that, guys. If you only knew the trouble I had taking this little film thing off of this thing. My goodness, like they just didn't want me to invade. Anywho, we're going to start with the little Profusion little pigment base, a little eyeshadow base. I have concealer on already, but I did want to use this. I may be using this again for another tutorial, but I wanted to try this out. I won't say I'm not a big fan of eyeshadow primers, but you know, I'm just a big concealer person. I don't have that bad of an oily eye, but I wanted to try it, you know, just to see what kind of extra pigmentation I get. I don't think I ever lose pigmentation on my eyeshadows, not even throughout the whole 12 hours. I still wind up having them on, but I figured why not. So this is a pigment base from Profusion. Some things I have from Profusion, some are not sponsored, but I did want to try this little thing here. I don't know if you guys have used it or tried it. If you have, let me know. I know I'm going to spend a little bit of time on the eyes first, so this is the tube. of what it's looking like. I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand, and this is a sort of a light white base. I was hoping they had like a little bit of darker base, but they don't. So we will use what they have. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this with my brush and kind of go over with what I have, and kind of like that. Ooh, it's very bright. So we are going to see what this does. I may set it with a powder because it might be a little sticky. Ooh, this is very bright. I don't know if it's kind of good to do that over concealer or not, but we will see. Last thing I don't want to have happen is a little crumbly on the eyes, because sometimes that can leave you a little crumbly. I think that's why I don't do primers, because I feel like sometimes with maybe the wrong shade or even with the right shade, they just look crumbly on me. And my eyeshadow looks crumbly on the side, so I just kind of don't ever use them. So we're testing this out. All right. Woo, we got a bright eye over here. All right. We are going to see if we, ooh, look at that. I'm so sorry. Let's set this girl down. Okay, so, sorry about that. Had to prime my eyes. So, we're going to do this little eye first. We're going to do a little eye section. This does not have a mirror to it, so, and I wish I could kind of have it displayed here, but I don't at the moment. So we are just going to play with these colors. These colors do have names on them, so let's get started. I think I want to do something really smoky because apparently this is a smoky palette. Let's see, I don't know where I want to go with this. So we use like a really good transition color. I think we'll start with, oh, and it has a brush. Let's just use the brush that goes with it. I'm so used to my own. It's just has like a little double-ended side, a little fluffy brush, a little tapered type brush, which that is really cute. So I'm gonna go in with this shade, and that is the shade Clay. We're gonna see what this develops into. If I can just get situated here. Okay. Let's see. So this really nice peachy shade. It's a nice trend. Oh, pigment. Alright, so we're going to use this all over the lid and over the eye. So this is a really light color, so it's not going to really give you, it's going to give you a little bit of pigment, but almost like the skin tone of my eye. Almost a little peachy. Not too bad, not too shabby. It's very pigmented. Really soft. I'm sort of all over the place, guys. Please bear with me. I'm excited about this palette. I also have a palette that I got on Amazon. I don't want to give like a teaser, but it is something that is similar to a palette that you guys may have that I never got the chance to get. And at the time I didn't have the funds for it. I didn't have the money to do it. But I'll probably let that sink into you right now. But it's a palette you guys really love and have called it one of your favorites of a high-end version from another influencer. And I happen to find a dupe that the packaging is like it. So it may not be the formula, it may not be the same as it, but I mean it's something remotely similar. And I got it on Amazon for like $6. So maybe in a future video, I will definitely tell you what that is. I'm so excited about that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that came out pretty good. Let's see if we can go into these dark colors here. Let's go into this. Let's go into this roast shade. This little deep brown right here. I don't know if you guys see that. So it's a little deep roast color. We're just gonna smoke it out. Alright. It seems really soft and buttery. Let's do that. In the crease. Ooh. Okay. And I don't know if that's the primer or just the pigment of that shade. I don't know what kind of look we're going for here, but we're going smoky. Very, very smoky. Even on a summery day, I feel like I want to go smoky. Smoking hot, so let's go smoking hot. In a totally different way, of course. Alright. Okay, the brush feels very nice and soft. So nothing harsh or anything, because some brushes, when you get them in palettes like this, they can feel very rough and just kind of scratch your eye. So this is not doing that. I like that, but very soft, giving me good pigmentation. So let's just do the other eye really quick. Okay, so I had to do a little something what I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So this is what I kind of come up with, but we're going to go into a little more with it. But this is sort of the subtlety what I wanted to do. But I'll do what I can do on this side. Do the same thing what I did here on this side, just to show you what I did. So what I did was take this brush, of course, that comes with it, and I did a color called Charred, which is this sort of color right here. It's like a little deeper, I want to say like a grayish tone, like a gray-brown tone. I'm working in such a small space. This is what you could probably use for when you're in a smaller apartment. So I'm using the shade Charred, and I just did with the edge of this brush here, and I just kind of fill this in because this gives me a nice little angle here for what this little shape of this brush does, which I love. So you can make like a wing or anything you want to do. Did I say a wing? Lord have mercy. But you guys get it. Doing a little shading here right on the end, and kind of give my eye a little bit of a lift and kind of give a little triangle situation here, and then kind of bring it up a little bit. And then I just turn the brush around and just kind of smooth it out. And hopefully I won't be before you too long. I know I always say that, but especially when you do the eyes first. So I just kind of blended this out. And I kind of went back in just a little bit more to sculpt it out a little bit on the right in that crease there. And kind of blend it more into there. Right on that side. On the outer third. And I just want to kind of build that up. Switch the brush around. So if you guys hear another voice, that's Diners, Drivers, and Dives. It's a Saturday, so you know that's always going to be on my TV over listening. I love that show. Love Guy Fieri. He's awesome. So I'm just going to kind of blend that through. And then I took another brush that I had. It was a little more flattered, more tapered. And I used a shade that was right next to it called Dark Brew. So it's more like a deeper purple. It's a little bit of shimmer. So this palette has 12 mattes and 12 shimmers. So the shimmers are very subtle but like soft. They're not like boom in your face. I think if you wanted a really, bright shimmer, I feel like you need like glitter glue or something with that. But this still will give you like a soft shimmer if you wanted to. I think there's maybe maybe 2 or 3 shimmers that will kind of pop a little bit more for you, but for the colors I'm using right now, it's just very subtle. So what I'm doing here is just kind of taking that brew shade and putting that right in the middle, and then kind of blending that into that brew color. So this is a very deep purple, like a soft purple shimmer. So it's barely there recognizing, like you can't really see that tone very well, but it's there. It's like a shifting purple, so to speak, sort of like what I did here, but I did a lighter color here. So that right here is that really cold brew kind of a purple. So it's just as dark as that other shade we went into for Charred. And this shade here I'm using now is called Dark Brew. I'm really bad at naming colors, you people. Good thing they have the names there. So I'm just bringing that into that Charred color, because we can kind of maximize that deepness. And kind of press that in to the third half a level and bring it into that cold brew. And give it a little more of a shape, a little more color, more definition there. And then I took the same brush that comes with it and then kind of just blended this into it. Just kind of keep it in the crease and right on that little angle there. So you can't really tell much of a definition, but you can tell a little bit of deepness towards that dark brew right there. So it's a soft, purplish gray shimmer. So it's not like in your face, but like I said, it is a very dark shade. So that's what I did there. Just kind of keep going back in it and kind of get it the deep consistency that you want it, or the deeper tone that you want it. Because I might go back in with another shade, another color. But I wanted to kind of bring it in just a little bit, like almost a little bit more than the third of the eye, because I wanted to bring a lighter shade and just kind of fold it over. So that's what I wanted to do, but just really tap that in and blend it in and blend it out. Tap, blend it out. Alright, so what I did next was I took the other shade here and I did it to another shade here called Rosy. So this is a nice little rosy shade here, but it's not as bright as what I thought it was. So I'm just going to show you really quick. It is like a soft shimmer, like I said, so it has like pigmentation, but even if you lightly tap it off, which I always do, is I kind of brought it into that last little corner there, but I kind of brought it up. So in that little last third corner, or that little half corner, and I brought it in a little bit more so it kind of overlaps. And with that little edge of the corner there, I kind of took it up across there, like a windshield wiper moment. So, yeah, it's a bright color, but it's not as too bright. So I don't want to do like an Ursula look, of course. But I also did take this shade above this, was called Royal. It's a little bit, definitely a deeper shade here, that shade, and I mixed it with Rosy. So deep Royal right there and that Rosy tone. It's definitely like a cool tone and a bright cool tone. So I kind of took both of those because I want it a little bit soft, but not too bright. But I want to kind of keep the lightness really there, if that makes sense. Kind of bring it to where it doesn't close my eyes out. Right in there. So, and just kind of smooth it out. So on that side, just kind of take a little bit more of that Rosy on that eye as well. Hope I won't be too long with the eyes. So, kind of, this palette is very deep and smoldery. I think this is like a really good winter look if you wanted to do it. But I want to do something out of a comfort zone. Like, I love a good smoky eye, but to do it with a cool tone and with purples and like grays I really like. But you have to trust the process when you get all of your makeup done and everything. Just kind of brings everything together. So let me finish this eye and I'll kind of come back and show you all the things that I did so far. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. I think that what's throwing me off this look is the inner corner. Like, it didn't give me the brightness that I was looking for. So I had to use, you know, different type of shades for the brightness. But overall, I mean, I'm loving this deeper tone here, but we'll see. I mean, not all Profusion palettes are known for being alike. So we are going to test this out. We'll get the whole base thing going. So I'm just going to mix my two favorite concealers. This one, guys, this NYX concealer is off the chain. I can't tell you, it is delish. It is awesome. I love this. I don't know why it took me a minute to even try this. I have two of them. I have this one and another shade, but I don't know why it took me a minute because I got so busy. But this is the awesomest concealer that I have really tried, and I like the other NYX one as well, so maybe I'll do a little comparison of them one day on my channel, because this one is a very matte shade, but it's not drying on my skin. It's because I have oily skin. It just works wonderful. So we are going to try to get this little eye look together. I like doing my concealer after my eye look. I know I do makeup a little bit different on my channel, but makeup has no rules, you know? Let's get this all blended. Right under the eye. I know I look really crazy doing this, but I have to trust the process for a lot of stuff. So kind of bring this concealer up a little bit, so it won't kind of shrink in my eye. A little bit around the mouth. And then I'm going to use my sponge to soften her out before we put any foundation on. It gives me like a nice little lift, you know. Alrighty, kind of blend her down. Alright, now really quick, I bought a new foundation from Profusion on Amazon. It's a new packaging. It's a new one here. This is not the size I thought I was going to get, but this is a really awesome packaging, and look how you open it. Isn't that cool? Now, I mean, it looks almost expensive, like high-end. Looks like one of those things you get from like the back of the counters back in the day from the old stores and stuff like that, like JCPenney's or something, because if it had that kind of situation to it, you know, that is awesome. I think that's really cool. But I'm going to tell you this. This is the first time ever using it. I could not pump this stuff out to save my life. Like, I don't know if I got a faulty one or what. It brings up the packaging. You know, this kind of brings this down. And, like, you wind it up, and that's that. So I don't know what is going on. I was, like, sitting here pumping and pumping and pumping, and nothing is coming out. So I don't know if I got a faulty one or if there's like a tab on it that I can reach. I don't know. So maybe, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But nice packaging, but yeah, not much on the pumping or what you have to do to try to open it, to maybe see if there's like a tab on the end of a foundation. So I won't be showing you this one foundation today, but it's out here. This was about a little less than $9 on Amazon. So if you have like the older one, like the flatter tube, it's in my box somewhere, but I wanted to try this version out. It's pretty much the Profusion Feel Good Skin Long Wear Skin Perfector. I love this foundation. It's just a different, I think it's maybe a different formulation or maybe just different packaging. I don't know. But we'll not be testing this out because I can't even break through, guys. So I am just going to go in with a good one, the Skin Tint Little Maybelline. Of course, it's always a little messed up right now, so I'm just going to do my face really quick and be right back. Okay, so I have my foundation on and everything, my concealer. I'm going to use the new e.l.f. brush here for the cream blush and contour, cream blush and bronzer duo brush, the one that looks like Makeup by Mario brush. I've heard a lot of good things about this, so I'm just kind of going to use it for my bronzer. For the bronzer of choice, I'm going to use my e.l.f. one, the new one that just came out, the creamy one. So we are going to test her out, cracking the brush out. I ordered 2 of these because, I don't have the original Makeup by Mario. I love his stuff, but I just don't have his brushes. So we can afford the dupe, which is $9. So I'm going to do, let's see, I think we can use this. Is that the powder or is that the blush? Do we use that side? Is this the contour? I don't know. I kind of like the one that I have for e.l.f. See if I can find it really quick. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so I like this brush here that I got from e.l.f., which is, it came with the other sheer tint that e.l.f. has come up with. I can't talk right now. But this is like that very slim, flat brush there. So I don't know. I use that one for my blush. So maybe we'll try to use this one for the bronzer. So, you know, I feel like that's kind of like a copy sort of thing from the e.l.f. So we got a little both duo. So, you know, if you have that one, you probably don't need it. But we're going to try this one out. I'm going to use the shade Tan Deep because we want just a little bit here. I'm going to just do a little sculpting right through here and a little bit right there. Let's just see what that does on that side really quick. We're going to take sort of this side here, the bigger fluffy brush, and see what that does. Okay, we're blending out very nicely. It is a little fluffy. With other brushes that I use for my bronzer, it's a little bit stiffer, but still it blends out really well. But this is really, really nice. It's very shearing out. So, oh, I like that very well. Okay, Elfie, Elfie. Okay, I like that. Very nice. It's not too harsh. It blends out really nice. It's just really natural of the bronzer. I like that. So we're going to do this other side. Okay, I like that a lot. We'll do the brows in the middle a little bit, but I want to do my cream stuff going first before I do powders and things really quick. But yeah, this is blending out very, very nicely. It blends out really nice. I kind of like to tap and blend up without breaking the foundation up or anything. So I'm not experiencing that, if anything, because I love this bronzer. So yeah, this is very, very nice. Ooh. Very, very nice. I like the brush. It is softer than what I'm used to, but it blends out really nicely. So I definitely will be using that. Very, very nice. Gives me a little sculpting. Oh, I like that. Let's see what we can do on the nose, because we got to contour the nose. I think I'm giving y'all a budget glam here. Maybe the eyes are starting to come together a little bit. So that's what I like. I like it. I like it. Maybe I'm liking it a little bit better. So I'm going to take this little brush here, my little concealer brush, and blend her out on the nose. Right back. Okay, I'm just doing a little powder under my eyes really quick. I'm using my NYX Wonder Snatch powder and just blending her right on in. Kind of bring her up a little bit, make her a little more snatch as we can. Just taking a little bit of this around my mouth. You know how I like to do. Keeps the line of your lipstick really kind of seamless. Just something I've been doing for years. I recently saw a video of Nikki LaRose doing, where she was showing how she does her makeup and like powders around her lips. I'm like, I do that. I've been doing that for years. So I mean, it's kind of nice to know something you've been doing and kind of behind the scenes before you ever started watching YouTube. It's like, I've been doing that for so long, because for me, I had a lot of broken capillaries with my skin, and my skin kind of went through it, being sick and everything. So when you tend to find out how you can minimize and not show the dark circles that your skin is going through, you tend to learn awfully a lot of what you can hide, what you can use. That's sort of my thing, doing with concealer, with foundation. So that's just kind of me there. I've been doing that for years, and for to even see or hear that makeup artists have been kind of learning that, or that has done it for years for people and doing it on themselves, like that is so awesome. It's like, I thought I was doing something unique or different, and I just never told anybody, because I mean, I just do my makeup and try to do the best I can to make, look decent without all the sickness showing, although sickness is going to show no matter what, because if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. So I always tried to do something that I could make it hide and not look so much visible. And that was one thing I kind of learned how to do. I think I used to do my makeup a whole lot different compared to what I do now. Coming to watching a lot of YouTube stuff, that it was like, well, I don't really contour. That was the first thing I come to watch, like around 2019. And that was what I was like, what is this contour everybody else is doing? Like, I've never done contour. Like, isn't that something for people of lighter skin tones? I wasn't sure. What do I need to contour? I mean, I just know how to do my eyes and my lips and my foundation and, whatever else. So that was kind of my claim to fame. So it's like, okay, well, the first thing I learned about it was like the areas that you want to contour. And I learned how to contour my nose through watching, like, I know some people have done it, of course, but I watched it through, I think the first person I watched was Savannah Silver. Love her. And I'm just going to go with my Rimmel Stay Matte, because it is hot today. Taking my little Dollar Tree brush here. Love this thing. You want to know, I'm in the shade Pecan, shade 031. So I started watching her contour her nose with like powder and like a cream that she used. And I'm like, okay. So, I mean, I took what I knew on a budget, and I didn't have a lot of money, which I still don't, but you're doing things on a budget of how to contour and how to do what you can do to make yourself look more snatched, if that was the word back then, and I guess people are still using it now. And I took a $2 concealer from Black Radiance, and that was the first contour that I ever learned how to do, was from her. So shout out to Savannah Silver, love you, girl. So yeah, you can take a $2 concealer and kind of sculpt and blend and use what you have, and you can go to town. And I got a lot of compliments on it and never looked back, and I used that thing for quite a while till I figured out like how to do things, you know, what to do, how to, you know, what to make my features look better, just doing the things I never thought I could do. So thank you to you guys as far as influencers, if you've seen that. So I kind of make things work for me. You know, not everybody can do the same things that you do. I never really followed a trend, but it was like, what is something I can possibly do that will, hot people. What is something that I can possibly do that could just make my routine do a little bit better or just really easier? So that's what I did. And I also used this. This is like my favorite powder. This is from Black Opal. And I use a lot of Black owned brands when I tried out a lot of things. And when I bought a mistake that I wanted to use for a bronzer, it wound up being for a contour. So that's what I wound up using it for. So I'm going to do my brows offline in a minute, off camera. But this is what I use. This was a dark shade. This was like a deep shade bronzer. And I'm like, I can't use that for a bronzer or like an all over face thing. And I'm like, that is a little too dark for me. So I'm like, I'll just use it as a bronzer. And little nose contour. And that's what I've been using it ever since. And this is like my favorite little powder, which I've majorly hit pan on. So when you want to do a little cream and you set it with a powder, it lasts all day. But you don't want to, whenever you blend, you don't want to look like you got a racetrack on your nose. So that was the one thing you wanted to make sure you did. So that is, you just take a little angled flat brush type thing and just blend it. And I'm such a blender like that, so I take another brush and just kind of make sure we don't look like a train track and make it a little more softer. Run around the edge of the nose, blend it out. That's how it goes. So let me do my brows offline, and we'll get to a little blush, and then we'll finish out the eyes and then do a really cool lip. Okay, so I just did my brows. You guys know I already have used it many times. This is the L'Oreal Faux Brow pen. Love this thing. Love it, love it, love it. So, but really quick for the blush, I'm going to use a Profusion blush. I have, let's see, I have Cosmo and I have Mai Tai. So since I used Mai Tai the last time, I think we'll go a little bit deeper, or maybe we'll mix the two, because the Mai Tai is a little bit lighter, the Cosmo's a little bit deeper. So without looking too much more of a fall, which I'm actually kind of liking the look now, because we're not quite finished with the eyes just yet. I guess I'll go a little bit of both. Let's just mix the both. This comes with a little squeezy tube, which is awesome. It comes out a lot of pigment. That's the Mai Tai. And this is the Cosmos. Love these little blushes. It's a little deeper. And that's the Cosmos right there. So it's a little bit deeper. It's very, very summery. Although we have a lot of fullness, a little bronzy thing happening. So I'm going to take the other edge of this brush and kind of pat that in on my hand. And we are going to just kind of go to town. Oh, very pretty. I like doing my creams on top of my powders because sometimes they don't pick up, you know, your foundation too much. So I just like to pout. So, ooh, can we get a little visual? Ooh, I like that. Both colors are very, very pretty. So I love a blush, but I don't like to go too ham on it because I like to control how much blush that I like to use, because I don't want you to see just full blush on my face. I like you to see like just the eyes or the lips, or like a calming source of that. So that's kind of how I like to do my makeup. So you definitely see blush, but it's like a faint hint, which I like. It's there, but it's like doesn't fade too fast for me. So when it does, you know, tend to kind of evaporate sometime off the skin, you see a little bit of a hint to it. So that's kind of what I like to do. I'm going to take just a smidge more. Just a smidge more of both colors. These are very, very pretty together. And sometimes when you feel like you've done too much, I like to kind of blend them down. Yeah, just a little bit right there. Kind of like sits that little angle on the, ooh, I do not have my lights on either. I just forgot about that. Oh my. I didn't even put my lights on the end of my phone. Well, that's just a little different right now, isn't it? Alright, so there you go. I think you kind of see where we're going. It's definitely there. Oh my. Okay. I'm going to kind of bring you down a little bit. See, I like to take a little weight brush, kind of smooth you out without looking so cheek focused, you know, because you could get sort of kind of complacent when you have the eyes and then you have the cheek and it's just screaming out to you. Like, I don't like that. Like, I like you to see I have a soft blush on, but like it's just not so much with so much caked up powder. It's so much that, like, it's just really soft. And for a girl of her age, you know, less is more. You know, I don't know about you guys. Oh, I'm doing the wrong side. I don't know about you guys, but less is more. But, you know, for younger folks, you know, you could use as much as you like. Don't let me block you into a corner, because I'm not blocked in the corner. I mean, I just want to look soft and put together, you know. And this is sort of a little more focused, I should say, a little eye smoky focus. But sometimes I like to do a smoky doke. You know, okay. First of all, really quick, loving this brush, enjoying it, so top notch, love it. Who needs the $68 brush? I mean, I love you, Mario, I do, but I just can't handle the brush price. That's a lot. So let me do a soft little bronzer on top, and then we'll get back with the eyes, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I'm going in the palette here again, and I'm just using the edge of the brush here, and I'm using a shade called Granite. And I'm just kind of doing a little liner shadow. It's a little lazy hack there. Everybody knows how to do. So I'm just not taking it all the way. I'm just sort of taking it sort of like right close to the lash line. And kind of do a little bitty baby wing right there. So I'm not really much on the wing ding thing. So a wing ding. And kind of give my eye a little shape. We're just using a shadow without using a liner. So, using that right there, very close to the lash line. Taking about really like almost half the line there, half the edge of my eye. Get a little more focus. Alright. I did it on this side already. Alright. So I'm going to spray my face. What I wound up using was my highlighter. That I used my Pure Essence Nude. You know I got to have that. That's a favorite staple of mine. Alright. See? That just gives it like a nice little lift there without a liner, true liner. So that was that shade right there. Alright, so really quick, before I spray my face really quick and do this mascara, we'll do a really quick lip. What I think of this palette, it's really nice. I don't know if it's the pigment, eyeshadow primer pigment that's keeping the color like this. I'll have to try it without it, but I do like it. I think what was throwing me off a little bit is my inner corner, because I wanted a little bit of a purplish, bright sort of tone there, and I did get it, but I wasn't really more forthcoming. But I think it's a soft subtle, which I don't mind it, but I think when you do all the foundation and everything else, it just really comes together. So I am liking it so far. Do need to do a brow bone real quick, but these colors are very soft. They are pigmented on their own, I would think, but just I think just with the pigment and the, you know, how I normally do my eyes, they show a lot of good pigmentation. But this is really a pretty palette, so I will try to compare this or do another look with this particular one, or if you like, I can do a another video with this one using the Violets collection. So not too bad with this palette. I'm very impressed. I will have to use this a little bit more, but I think this is more tailored to your, definitely cool tones, but I think it's more tailored to your fall type tones. But whenever you feel like a good smoky eye, definitely reach and grab it. I think it's a good little under $9 palette for Profusion. Not bad. Maybe an oldie version. I don't know if you have it or not, but not too bad to go to. So let me do the rest of my eyes, my mascara and all, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the look. I just finished putting on a little lippy balm. This is also from Profusion. This is their, this is Glowy Jelly Gloss, and I got it in the shade Guava Jelly. So this is the packaging, and this is what it looks like. It's like a very muted, like a mauve tone, but it's very, very pretty. It's very subtle, but it's like a nice gloss. It's very comfortable on the lips. But this is what we are looking like. Did want to show you the doe foot though. It's not really a doe foot. It's sort of like that plastic one that NYX has. So it is very comfortable on the lips. Like, it doesn't really bother me that this is a different doe foot or a different applicator than like a regular doe foot that you normally would get for a lip gloss. I'm kind of digging it. But this is very, very nice and evenly displayed. This is a really nice lip gloss. I have a few more other lip glosses from Profusion, but those I think are more deeper coats for the fall, so I'll definitely be showing you that in the near future. But this is the look. I was just out over here brushing or combing out my hair. This is a little get ready with me because it's late, but I slept late. But hope you guys like the look. Really quick, the palette. This Profusion Hollywood palette on the eyes. Surprise. This is a very nice palette. This is probably an old palette, I want to say. I know Profusion has many more palettes that are out, and I would love to get those. Maybe I will get some probably after I move. But on the norm, this is just, I love Profusion. One day I will be sponsored by them, or maybe get to work with them, have like a collab situation. There's a lot of brands out there that I want to collab with, but Profusion is definitely, you know, an unspoken brand that not a lot of people use anymore, but I'm bringing it back. We're going Hollywood today. So I hope you guys enjoy your day no matter where you are. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I won't have my list of products that I use, but just because I'm showing you this in general, I don't have links yet, but this, definitely keep an eye out for, just go to Amazon.com and link Profusion Hollywood palette. It should come up right there, and it's a purple packaging. So this is very pretty. I will try to make some more looks with this if you want me to. The brush is very comfortable, not, you know, too sticky or itchy or scratchy sort of situation, but I think we came up with a really nice look with the colors I used. I think just kind of what took me a little bit more was the inner corner, but I think it came out all right. So this is my little smoky look with the Hollywood. Okay, I love you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Probably wouldn't recommend that foundation because it's just a little too crazy for me to try to keep pumping out for days and nothing comes out. You know what I mean? So, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope I see you in the next one. Bye.